Hi, I'm Anna, Lead Environmental Educator at the Vermont Institute of Natural Science. One of the components of our mission to inspire individuals to care about the natural world is research. And the kind of research that we like to do is citizen science, getting people involved in the scientific process. One of the projects that we participate in is run by the Cornell Lab of Ornithology, and it's called Nest Watch. And it's exactly what it sounds like, observing nesting birds while they go through the full life cycle of the nest. Here at VINS, we have about 16 of these nest boxes set up all around our meadow. And we usually see tree swallows and eastern bluebirds construct nests in them throughout the summer, starting roughly in early May and going through the middle of July. These nest boxes, as part of our Nest Watch project, need to be monitored at least every 3 or 4 days throughout the season. And so one of us, staff or our volunteers, comes out to check on the nest boxes. Right now, late March, early April, is the perfect time to go ahead and put your own nest boxes up throughout your area. You don't have to have a big open meadow the way we do here at VINS. It can just be in your backyard or facing into a field across the street from you. These nest boxes provide valuable habitat for our nesting birds, especially the aerial insectivores like tree swallows and eastern bluebirds. These birds have been shown to be in the steepest declines due to recent conservation concerns, and so providing them with extra protection and extra habitat is really beneficial. So this nest box right here was constructed to the dimensions that would suit a tree swallow or an eastern bluebird. It's on a 4x4 pole that's set into the ground. It's only about 4 feet, 4.5 feet off the ground, and to be honest, that's probably enough. The box itself is made of cedar wood, which is a little bit expensive, admittedly, but it does take a beating. It holds up to all kinds of weather throughout the years, and it's important that it's not treated with chemicals because that would be really bad for the birds living inside. We've got a little roof that hangs over so that the birds can get sheltered from the elements a little bit. The underneath side of the box, the floor of the box, is actually recessed somewhat, and there are drainage holes drilled in the bottom. This is important because if any water from rain and weather does get inside of the box, you want it to be able to drain out rather than pool in there and the baby birds would be sitting in a soggy little puddle, and that's kind of gross. Another important component of a nest box is if you're wanting to monitor it, which you should do, you need to be able to get inside. You should also really be able to get inside of any nest box in order to clean it between seasons. There's some thinking both ways on this subject as to whether or not you need to clean out a nest box. I always err on the side of cleaning it out because it helps prevent the spread of disease. If one bird was nesting in this box that had a disease, you don't want that to spread to the next bird that's there. So this little door on the side hinges open, and it's got a little nail peg on the front that keeps it closed, that keeps predators from getting in, and you can just flip up the box and look at the platform inside. Now, it's a little early in the year. We don't have anyone looking at our box just yet, but in just a couple of weeks, maybe 4 or 5 weeks, we can expect to see a little round cup of pine needles and branches, and if it's going to be a tree swallow nest, a couple of feathers as well, sometimes feathers from our exhibit birds that they run around and collect, making a nice little nest. And then maybe 2 or 3 weeks after that, a couple of eggs in that nest. If you're interested in constructing your own nest boxes, check out the resources at nestwatch.org. There, they have a lot of different plans for nest boxes appropriate for many different species of birds, including how big to make them, how high to set them, what direction to face them, and things like that. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope that you take this resource and make some really cool observations of the nesting birds in your backyard while helping them out and giving them new homes.